College Middle College Courting Class of 2025. Tonight is a special night where we recognize each of your students for their outstanding work in completing the middle college program. This year's middle college cohort has 102 graduates from 29 high schools and 10 districts. Not only are you graduating high school, but you are graduating with your associate degree at the same time, and what an accomplishment that is. This is a special year for the middle college program. 10 years ago, in 2015, we took in our first cohort that started with a group of 20 students from Roane County schools. Over the past 10 years, we now have cohorts on 5 campuses from 30 high school partners, and that includes public, private, and homeschool umbrellas. We have had over 500 middle college students graduate with an associate degree or an associate of applied science degree. Over the years, we've been able to see all the places that they go, and with this graduating class of 2025, we are certainly excited to see all the places that you will go. Yes, please, go ahead. This is a celebration. There are certain individuals who have joined us today who are worthy of special recognition. Would you please stand when I introduce you? We welcome our special guest speaker, Dr. Brandon Buck. We will share more about him in a minute. We welcome our high school principals, counselors, directors of schools, and area partners who have supported students in the middle college program. If you are here, and I know there's many here, will you please stand? I don't know if we have any state and local legislators or representatives in the room, but if we do, will you please stand? Okay. We clap them anyway. Great. We are certainly appreciative of all the support that they give our students. We have our foundation here as well, who have provided scholarships specifically for middle college students. Out of 240 total middle college students that we have this year, 31 received scholarships totaling $45,000. So thank you to the foundation for that. Thank you. We have some members of our foundation board here, and so if they're here and they'd like to stand and we'd like to recognize you. I believe we have one maybe somewhere. There she is. We also have several faculty and staff from Roane State, and they're here. So if you are, please stand so we can recognize you also. We also have Rochelle Ballinger, who is from the Tennessee Members First Credit Union, who is a longtime scholarship supporter for middle college. So if she's here, I'd like to recognize her as well. So as you can see, it takes several of us in the room to support our students, and we thank you. I would like to introduce our stage party. Will you please stand as I call your name? First, we have President Chris Whaley. Dr. Diane Ward, our Chief Academic Officer and Vice President for Student Learning. We have Dr. Brandon Buck, our guest speaker. And we have Mr. Jonathan Schoolcraft, Director of Middle College. Now I'd like to welcome to the podium President Chris Whaley to welcome you.
Good evening, everybody. I promise not to take long up here because we've got some celebrating to do. And by that I mean celebrating. Y'all are getting into the mood of clapping, but we want a lot more noise when we start courting these students, okay? We believe in celebrating around here. And appreciate Dr. Miller and her recognition of all the different partners and folks inside Roane State, outside of Roane State, partnering with Roane State to make this happen. One that was not specifically recognized that I want to make sure is our most recent middle college director, a person who's gone on to one of our schools and doing great things there, but he did great things here as well. And many of you started under his leadership. So Aaron Jones, where are you, Aaron? Stand up. You know, Middle College started out as an idea that we actually borrowed from one of our sister institutions, Chattanooga State Community College. And I remember Dr. Ward and I, was it 11 years ago now, 11 and a half years ago now? We took a trip down there and looked at their model. It's really successful. It's a little different than ours. And so always want to say we're very grateful for them for sort of showing us that this can be done. But then also, I was really, really pleased that Dr. Ward took this and made this our own, because there are certain things I think about ours that, no offense against their model, that are just better fits for our service area and for the students that we serve here. And so she gets tired of me doing this, but I've got to tell you, if 11 and a half, whatever it was, years ago, Dr. Diane Ward had not brought that back and willed this program into existence, it would not exist today. So could we get another round of applause to the architect of Middle College? You know, it's easy for people like me to say, hey, we need to do this, and then a whole team of people say, okay, let's work together and figure out how to do that. And I really appreciate that. And this is no small feat. I know you know that because you've been through it. And so families, I want you to hear me say this is a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal to go through college and complete. Think about the incredible nature of what these students have accomplished to be college completers while they were completing high school simultaneously. That's no small feat, and that means they've worked really hard. It means they've made sacrifices. It means they've been tired some nights, and I guess maybe by head nods some nights you didn't get enough sleep, right? And you were upset. Yeah, I see that. So I just want you to know we see that, and we know what it has taken for you to get to this place. And so that's the reason that tonight and then at 10 a.m. on Saturday is all about celebrating you and your accomplishments. And I got to talk to at least some of the folks about their future plans. And I tell you what, those future plans are every bit as exciting as the things that they have accomplished. So students, thank you for choosing Roane State. Nobody made you do this. You have chosen it. You've succeeded at it. You have our respect. You have our gratitude. And you have our thanks, and we feel invested in you now. So as I always ask our graduates, please stay in touch with us. We really want to know what you're doing and how you're doing at your next destination. So please promise that you'll do that. To the parents and families who have supported them and made this possible, it is something to come to an orientation while your student is a sophomore and say, yeah, I think for the next 2 years, I think I'm going to let them be a full-time college student, and oh, by the way, while they're still in high school. That's a major investment and a major trust factor on your parts, and I want to say from the bottom of our hearts again how grateful we are that you allowed your student to come to Roane State. How many of you, just by the way, this is not your first family member in Middle College. How many of you have already had a son, a daughter, or a grandchild, or somebody graduate from Middle College? Yeah, very good. See hands all over the room. We're seeing more and more of that now that we hit the 10-year mark of when we started. Next year, when we celebrate 10 years of the first group completing, Dr. Buck's group, we're going to have a great big celebration, so stay tuned for that. And then I also want to thank, even though I know I'm repeating Dr. Miller, I've just got to say thank you to our school partners, to our directors of schools, to our principals, to our guidance counselors, to all those who give up half a day, these wonderful students, to come to our campus and be our students. That's a sacrifice that you make. And you do that knowing that it's what they want to do, what they dream of doing. But I appreciate you because it's very different, obviously, than the traditional model. And we could not do this, would not happen without the enthusiastic cooperation of our K-12 partners. So from the bottom of our hearts to all those partners and all those folks who make it happen, thank you. I know I've talked long enough. And so now let me bring up again the one who has willed all this into existence, who still takes personal pride in every single student in middle college, every single graduating class. This is near and dear to her heart. Please help me welcome to the podium Dr. Diane Ward, our Chief Academic Officer.
Thank you, President, and it is truly an honor. I was just sitting there, it's so emotional when you look out over the crowd and I see the middle college students that we have. Think of all the many hours, how about let's say that, many emails, the transition from one director to another, and how much effort that you put into today. And so I'm just so proud of you. I just want to say that to you again. As the President said, 10 years ago, there was this crazy idea from a president in a galaxy far, far away who said, what about this thing called middle college? And we started the research on it about 12 years ago, actually. And to be able to put that into play, sure, we designed it with a lot of folks on campus. A lot of people play into this. A lot of folks who are there to help your students. And as the President mentioned, some great partners inside our high schools, or it just simply wouldn't exist. So I thank you for that, but it's a huge team that makes this possible. Well, tonight, I am very blessed to be able to introduce our keynote speaker. Full of emotion. I still remember, as his grandfather said, he's a man now, but I still remember this rising high school junior who was a high school quarterback and didn't seem like he'd ever say no to me as we were selling middle college across the state, literally. They had no funding when we started this program. They had to write a check for the tuition, so we had some challenges, some struggles at the beginning, and he was always willing to go speak to legislators, or as I'd say, he was my go-to. I'd say, Brandon, do you care to go talk to these folks? Go talk to this one about middle college, and he was always so willing to say yes. So let me introduce our keynote speaker. Originally from Oliver Springs, Brandon Buck is a proud graduate of Roane State's middle college program, part of that inaugural class in 2016. After graduating from high school in the middle college program, he attended the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, where he earned a degree in biochemistry, cellular and molecular biology. More importantly, he met his wife, Taylor. Taylor's in the back. So Taylor, thank you for being here tonight. They got married in 2020, and in January of 24, they welcomed their son, Asher, who has made their life even more exciting. Following college, Brandon worked at Oak Ridge National Laboratory, where he helped lead the COVID-19 testing and vaccination efforts during the height of the pandemic. He went on to attend medical school at Lincoln Memorial University and will officially graduate this weekend as Dr. Brandon Buck. This summer, he'll begin his residency in family medicine at the University of Tennessee Medical Center, staying in Tennessee. We love that he matched there. Brandon is excited to remain in East Tennessee and continue his journey in medicine, and look forward to giving back to his communities that helped to shape him. It is truly my honor, and help me welcome Dr. Brandon Buck.
Well, good evening. I do have to give a shout out to my fellow class of 2016 graduate, Mason, in the middle of the crowd. Hopefully he gets a little embarrassed, but it's good to be here. So as Dr. Ward said, I'm Brandon, and it is hard to believe because I still can't grow any facial hair. But I was part of the inaugural class back in 2016, almost 10 years ago now. My younger sister, Lindsay, followed me 2 years later. She graduated in 2018. So you could say middle college has been a big part of my family's story. Dr. Ward kind of gave you a little bit of my background, but just to add some context, I did earn my undergraduate degree from the University of Tennessee after graduating from Roane State. There I was able to study abroad in Germany for a month. After graduating from UT, I worked in the Health Services Division at Oak Ridge National Lab and helped manage the COVID-19 pandemic. It started as an internship, but as COVID started. I was kind of thrown into a full-time position, and a lot of things happened really fast. So just next month, as she said, I'll be starting my family medicine residency at UT Medical Center in Knoxville. So I'm really excited to get to stay here. Also, as Dr. Ward said, I did have the joy of meeting my wife of 5 years, Taylor, along the way, and we now have our 15-month-old Asher, who is up in the corner, and he's very passionate about his prompt 7 p.m. bedtime. So if you hear him get a little fussy, he's munching on a Happy Meal right now. So I think we should be good. But if he starts crying, that's why. So I don't repeat all of that to rattle off a resume or anything. I'm saying it because a lot can happen over the course of 10 years. Sure, middle college gave me a head start, but more importantly, it challenged me. It pushed me outside my comfort zone, as I know all of you all know. It set me on a path that led me back here tonight, and for that, I really am incredibly grateful. So before I dive into what I really wanted to share tonight, I wanted to loosen things up a little bit with a couple of stories from my time in the program almost 10 years ago, both of which happened during my very first week on campus, actually on the exact same day in my very first week on campus. So story number one, we're going to call it the bathroom fiasco. So I think you all still have the 2-week accelerated classes at the beginning. Okay, so we're all on the same page there. So naturally, it was the first week. It was our 2-week accelerated speech class, and I was very nervous. So one day during that first week, I really had to go to the bathroom. Couldn't find it. Was walking down the hall. Eventually found one. I rushed in, and I got in there and immediately noticed something was weird. There were no urinals in the bathroom, and everyone who's been in a men's bathroom knows that there were urinals. It didn't have those like single fancy one-person stalls, because where I come from in Oliver Springs, if you've been in the old high school basketball gym, we have that one long metal thing where everybody stands like back to back and you hide yourself from one another. So that's what I was used to coming in. So anyways, I had to go really bad. So I stepped into the stall, and then I heard that like unmistakable sound of high heels click-clacking into the bathroom, and so I like froze. I was already using the bathroom, so I finished, and after I finished, I walked into the hallway and I stepped out and I saw my speech professor standing there. Female, obviously. We locked eyes. Nothing was said. And we both like silently agreed to never speak of it again. So it was never mentioned. So that's story number one. Story number two, we're going to call it the curb incident. Literally the same day. It was a rough day. I was parked in this like main lot out here where it's got that long concrete island in front of your car. And it was after that 4 however many hours of speech class, and I was ready to get home and eat lunch. And so I got in my car, I put it in reverse, and I hit the gas, and all of a sudden I lurched forward onto that big concrete thing in front of me. And so I stopped, and I was frozen. Luckily, we were the only people on campus. I was completely on the curb, so naturally, I looked around to make sure no one was looking, and then I floored it, and I bounced down off the other side, and I drove home and made sure my car was fine. It was fine. My car survived, but emotionally, I was a little bruised. It was a rough day, but we survived. So what I really want to talk about tonight, if I had to give this speech, or whatever you want to call it, if I had to give it a title, it would be Run Your Race. A couple of months ago, I ran the Knoxville Half Marathon, and to be honest, if you know any runners, if you know anyone who runs, it doesn't really count unless you tell everyone you know about it. So I ran the Knoxville Half Marathon earlier this year, but in all seriousness, that race gave me some time to reflect, not just about running, but about the last 10 years. I've had a lot happen in the last 10 years, so it was nice to have that time. And throughout that time, in preparing for this speech, a Bible verse came to mind over and over. It's Hebrews 12:1-2. It says, "Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith." So we're all running something. We all get tired, and sometimes we look around and we wonder if we're even going the right way. So tonight, I wanted to share 4 quick lessons that I've learned over the last 10 years, some of them truly the hard way, and I hope they'll encourage you as you take the next steps in your race. So number one, to get started, everyone's race starts somewhere different, and that's okay. Middle college is weird. You're literally this like half high school, half college student. You're thrown into a new environment. You're surrounded by people who are older than you, and most of your friends can't even spell FAFSA or however you say it. So this being said, let's not forget that some of the most successful people in history have started in really rough spots. In preparing for tonight, I came across the story of Jim Carrey. I'm a little bit older than you all, but it's the guy from Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber, the really funny guy. Jim Carrey, one of the greatest comedic actors of all time, he had to drop out of high school at 15 to support his family. At one point, they lived out of a van, but he kept going. He kept working on his craft. He believed in his dream, and eventually he made it. Not by following a perfect path, but by owning the path that he was set on. Obviously, none of you dropped out because you're sitting here tonight, but some of you may feel like you sprinted out the gate. Others, you may feel like you stumbled over the starting line. Either way, you ran the race. You showed up, you stuck it out, and you're crossing this finish line tonight and this weekend, and that's what matters. So wherever life takes you next, just remember to start running. Whatever course you're set on, just go. Which leads me to my second point, which is that the course isn't always smooth, but you can keep moving. There are going to be setbacks. You're going to get burnout. You're going to have detours. You're probably going to have moments where you feel like quitting, but endurance matters more than speed. So when I started working at ORNL as an intern in early 2020, as I said, I had no idea what was coming. 2 months after starting, COVID hit, and I was pushed into this role where I was leading the testing and vaccination for thousands of employees. It was very overwhelming, and I felt unbelievably underqualified. At the same time, I was studying for the MCAT, and it got so tough that I seriously doubted whether medical school would still be in the cards for me just because things were so crazy. Or as another example, let's consider parenting. So first, you're just trying to keep the baby alive when you first get home. Then it's getting them to sleep through the night, then crawling, and then walking. And now Asher's working on talking, and I think his favorite word is uh-oh, if that says anything about where we're at in this stage. So every time you figure something out, especially with a 15-month-old, a new challenge seems to show up. But if there's one thing that I've learned and I keep learning, it's that you don't have to be fast. You just have to be faithful. So keep putting one foot in front of the other. Which leads me to point number 3, which is don't waste time looking in someone else's lane. Comparison is a joy killer. It makes you feel like you're always behind, even when you're exactly where you're supposed to be. When I started medical school, I wanted nothing to do with family medicine. I thought it wasn't prestigious enough. I thought they didn't make enough money. I thought it wasn't competitive enough. I had friends going into surgery. I had friends going into anesthesiology and critical care, many other specialties. Then one night during my 3rd year of medical school, literally in the shower, I called out to Taylor, my wife, and told her that I wanted to make the switch to family medicine. She was a little confused, but she asked why. And my response was simply that I wanted to be able to go to Asher's baseball games. I stopped looking at what everyone else was doing, and I started listening to my own calling. I love people. I love my own family. I love my wife and son more than anything. And I want to build lasting relationships with my parents. Above all else, I value work-life balance. Other specialties, yes, may offer this, but for me, after lots of thought and prayer, family medicine was where it was at. So run your race, not theirs. Number 4, the last point, and for me, the most important, the goal isn't just finishing. It's who you become along the way. So I am nowhere near the person I hope to be. I'm 27 years old, and I've got a lot of work left to do. But I'm also not the same person who graduated middle college 10 years ago. Life's going to shape you whether you like it or not. So let it. Let it humble you, let it grow you, and let it form you into someone who can serve others, because that is the real win. Crossing a finish line is a moment to celebrate, but it's also a moment to look back, to be thankful for what got you here and for who got you here. When I think about the people who helped shape me the most in the past decade, It's not the jobs, the achievements, it's the people. My wife, my parents, my professors, mentors, and a few close friends. These relationships and the growth that came from them are the real finish lines. So as you walk across the stage tonight and on Saturday, take a moment to look back and acknowledge the people who helped you and shaped you over the past couple of years, because I know there are at least a few sitting here tonight who deserve it. So today, in conclusion, I encourage you to run your race, not someone else's, and not the race someone else wants for you, but your race. The one that feels right in your gut, the one that gets you out of bed in the morning, and the one you'll be proud of when you come back in 10 years to celebrate your 10-year middle college reunion, or even when you're old and retired. Remember when your path gets difficult, and it will, remember the very first race you ran here and the lessons that came with it. Remember the people who helped get you to the starting line and those who will cheer you on at every mile marker forward. When I was asked in medical school and residency interviews about my greatest strength, I said grit. I got the definition of grit from Angela Duckworth. She's an author of a book all about grit, so I'm going to quote her directly tonight. Grit isn't talent. Grit isn't luck. Grit is not how intensely for the moment you want something. Instead, grit is about having what some researchers call an ultimate concern, a goal you care about so much that it organizes and gives meaning to almost everything you do. And grit is holding steadfast to that goal, even when you fall down, even when you screw up, even when progress toward that goal is halting or slow. Talent and luck do matter in success, but talent and luck are no guarantee of grit. And in the very long run, I think grit may matter at least as much, if not more. You've already shown grit by just sitting here today. That's the kind of strength that got you into middle college, and that's the kind of strength that will carry you through life. So whether you've already chosen your next path or you're not sure where you're headed, don't worry about the finish line. Just be brave enough to show up, take a deep breath, and run your race. Thank you once again for allowing me the opportunity to speak tonight. It truly has been an honor, and it's crazy that 10 years have already passed by. But this night is about you all. So congratulations to the class of 2025. I pray that you enjoy this moment because you deserve it.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Brandon Buck, for such an inspirational message. All right, now it's time to recognize our students. But before you all come up, please listen carefully. I'm going to ask you to come to the stage by cohort location. So not by high school, but by cohort location, where you took the majority of your classes. So if someone took majority of online classes, you can really just choose the cohort that you wanted to join in on. Some of you have I already did that. Sorry about that. I went ahead. When I call your cohort, please come forward and line up along the wall beside the stairs right over here, all right? Please bring your card that was given to you and that you filled out when you checked in. One at a time, I will motion you to come up the stairs, hand me your card, and I will announce you. I'm probably gonna make sure that I know how to pronounce your name. So the last thing I wanna do is not pronounce your name incorrectly. As I read your card, you will walk to Dr. Ward, she will greet you and place the cords on you, and then please stand on the opposite side of the stage while everyone gets their turn. And once a cohort has all been announced, you will all stand on stage as a group, and we will take pictures. We have Miss Sandy back there who's ready to go. And then after we take the group picture, then as a cohort, I'll dismiss you to your seats, and then we'll announce the next cohort. So these cords will be part of your commencement regalia this Saturday. So please wear them so you can stand out as middle college. And at the end, we will talk a little bit more about commencement and what to plan for that. So with that, Dr. Ward and Mr. Schoolcraft, would you please take your places on stage? And then Dr. Whaley and Dr. Buck, if you'd like to as well, please, you're more than welcome. Okay, I'd like to start with the Anderson County cohort. So if you took majority of your classes at our Oak Ridge location, please line up right over here on this side. right, first up, we have Benjamin Rupp from Oak Ridge High School. He is transferring to MTSU. And his recognitions have graduation gold cord, so congratulations. Next, we have Isabella Fee from Oak Ridge High School. She is transferring to the University of Tennessee. Next up, Mason Perks with Oak Ridge High School. All right. Riley Hughes with Oak Ridge High School. She is transferring to East Tennessee State after this. Brooklyn Copeland from Oak Ridge High School. She is transferring to the University of Alabama. She has National Honor Society at Oak Ridge High School, President's List and Dean's List at Roane State. Sierra Brown, Oak Ridge High School. She's transferring to the University of Kentucky. She has 4.0 honors, Dean's and President's List, and is part of the Kentucky rodeo team. Serenity Johnson, Home Life Academy. She is transferred to ETSU after this. Morgan Nance, Wartburg Central High School. She's transferring to Tennessee Tech. She's part of PTK and got the lottery scholarship. Kaylee Roberts, Wartburg Central High School. She's transferring to Tennessee Tech University. Ava Wenzel, Wartburg Central. She's transferring and doing Roane State PTA program. All right. Ella Monroe, Wartburg Central High School. She's transferring to Tennessee Tech. Summer Motzenbacher, Oak Ridge High School. She's transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Her honors include Honors Roll, Dean's List, Summa Cum Laude, Orange and White Scholarship. Alexander Green, Oak Ridge High School. She's transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. She's part of the National Society of Leadership and Success. Got the Orange and White Scholarship, Honor Roll, Dean's List. There we go, thank you. Tina Mountain, Oliver Springs High School. She's transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Beta Club, Summa Cum Laude, Dean's List for Roane State, Orange and White for UTK. Hope Moran, Oliver Springs High School. She's transferring to the University of Cumberland. She's gotten the Griffiths Family Pharmacy Academic Scholarship, Oliver Springs Booster Club Academic Scholarship, Tennessee Scholars, United States Marine Corps Scholastic Excellence Award, Class of 2025, Oliver Springs Class President, all 4 years, National Beta Club member, Oliver Springs Student Council, full tuition work study scholarship at the University of the Cumberland, Summa Cum Laude, and President's List. Clara Tomlinson, Anderson County High School. She's transferring to Tennessee Tech. She's gotten the Presidential Scholarship. Dean's List, President's List, National Honor Society member, National Society of Leadership and Success, Summa Cum Laude. Lily Moran, Oak Ridge High School. She's transferring to the Roane State Physical Therapy program. Ella Hill, Clinton High School. She's transferring to Lincoln Memorial, Cheer Scholarship, Summa Cum Laude, another scholarship I can't read it, but she's got some scholarships, y'all. Jacob Berenda, Clinton High School. He's transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville as a volunteer scholarship, Summa Cum Laude, graduating with honors from high school, Dean's List, and President's List. Emily Dodd, Lenore City High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee. Aiden Hepworth, Clinton High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Volunteer scholarship, summa cum laude, Chancellor's Honor at UTK, Cook's Grand Honors at UTK, NHS, Dean's List, President's List, High School Honors Grad. Timothy Hood, Lenore City High School, transferring to UTK. He's received the Volunteer Scholarship. Mason Pyatt, Anderson County High School. He's transferring to the University of Tennessee. Dylan Robertson, Oak Ridge High School. He's going to the military after this. Liam LaRose, Oak Ridge High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. He's got the Provost Scholarship. Broden Barlow, at Christian Academy of Knoxville, CAK. He's transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Scholarships, Roane State History Award and Academic Achievement Award. Lily Hill, Clinton High School. She's transferring to Tennessee Tech. Received the Presidential Scholarship and receiving an honors diploma. Maria Barnes, Home Life Academy, transferring to the University of Tennessee on Martin, got the Chancellor Scholarship. Amelia Cahorn, Lenore City High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee, got the Dean's List. Ellie Ann Yarbrough, Clinton High School, she's transferring to ETSU, President's List and Dean's List, Presidential Scholarship. Down the stairs. This is our largest cohort. All right, next up, we will have the Campbell County cohort. Campbell County. All right, Thomas Dorton, Anderson County High School, transferring to ETSU, all-state football player, full academic. Christina Treadway, Campbell County High School. She's transferring to East Tennessee State in nursing. Top 10 National Society of Honor School Scholars. Julianne Kirby, Campbell County High School. She's transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Top 10 Orange and White Scholarship. Briley Sweat, Campbell County High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech University, top 10, received the Cindy Ann Memorial Scholarship. All right. Next up, we will do the Cumberland County cohort. Jay Tooley, Cumberland County High School. She's transferring to the TCAT, magna cum laude, state distinction, district distinction, and honor roll. Lillian Clymer, Stone Memorial High School. She's transferring to East Tennessee State University. She has faculty scholarships, Roane State Dean's List, magna cum laude, and district distinction. Evie Hahn, Stone Memorial High School. She's transferring to Middle Tennessee State. She has a future alumni scholarship, the Helena Schmidt Scholarship, summa cum laude, Dean's List for Roane State. Katrina Boussois Terzo, Cumberland County High School. She's transferring to East Tennessee State University. She's a Tennessee Scholar, summa cum laude, and beta. Sierra Shankovitz, Stone Memorial High School. She's transferred to the Savannah College of Art and Design, summa cum laude. Alyssa Camden, Stone Memorial. She's transferring to Tennessee Tech University, and summa cum laude. Aiden Thompson, Stone Memorial High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, summa cum laude, volunteer, and Hope Scholarship. Nathaniel Ritter, Cumberland County High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee Institute of Agriculture, Orange and White Scholarship, Tennessee Scholar, Dean's List, magna cum laude, high school honors. Spencer Webb, Cumberland County High School. He's going to go into the Air Force. Summa cum laude, state distinction, and state honors, and Dean's List. And Aubrey Smith, Aliyah Academy. Going into the workforce after this, continue to be a private pilot. Scholarships includes President's List or recognition as President's List and summa cum laude. All right, next we are going to do the Roane County cohort. Roane County. Kinsley Diggs, Roane County High School. Transferring to Middle Tennessee State University, scholarships recognitions, presidential scholarship, student athlete at Roane State, SGA president, PTK member, Dean's List, General Chemistry Award, Student Leadership Award, Academic Achievement Award. Cooper Seymour, Home Life Academy, transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, Phi Theta Kappa, Dean's List, and PTK transfer scholarships. Jasmine Mesa, Midway High School, transferring to East Tennessee State University, Dean's List, All-American cheerleader. Kaylee Smith, Rockwood High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential Scholarship, PTK, Dean's List, President's List. Azia Wright, Rockwood High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential Scholarship, PTK member. Isabel Woods, Rockwood High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential Scholarship and Dean's List. Samantha Smidge, Ray County High School, transferring to the University of Memphis. Erin Stoltz, Ray County High School. She's transferring to Bryan College with a volleyball scholarship. Haley Harris, Ray County High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. UTK Orange and White and Hope Scholarship. Elijah Blake, Harriman High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential Scholarship. Madison Hahn, Harriman High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech on the Presidential Scholarship. Kendall Davis, Harriman High School, transferring to Middle Tennessee State University, National Beta Club Leadership Scholar, National Beta Club, summa cum laude. Lola Pearson, Roane County High School, transferring to Brigham Young University, my alma mater, very good. Dean's List and President's List. Cheyenne Wente, Ray County High School, transferring to East Tennessee State University, Presidential Scholarship, Dean's List, President's List, High School Salutatorian. Briley Carter, Roane County High School, transferring to Texas A&M, summa cum laude, Dean's List, and President's List. Okay, Kelsey Reed, Roane County Virtual Academy, transferring to Middle Tennessee State, multiple scholarships, and a member of Phi Theta Kappa. Catherine Brewer, Wartburg Central High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential Scholarship. President's List and Dean's List. Haley Morgan, Wartburg Central High School, transferring to ETSU, Dean's List, President's List, valedictorian, and 4.0 graduate. James Ashcraft, Roane County High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential Scholar. Jared Young, Roane County High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, calc-based Physics Award. Kyle McCracken, Roane County High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech. Rose McDonald, Roane County High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech. Evan Badger, Roane County High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech.
We'll get in one outside.
Next, we'd like to recognize York Agricultural Institute. Sarah Hewling, York Institute, transferring to Tennessee Tech, President's List, Agricultural Scholarship, summa cum laude, Dean's List. Madison Hall, York Institute, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Tech Presidential Scholarship, Dean's List, National Honors, Vice President Scholarship. Savannah Bush, York Institute, transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, top 10% in Dean's List, and HS President, SGA Student Body President. Kayla Vaughn, York Institute, transferring to the University of Minnesota, Merit Scholarship, NHS. Destiny Delk, York Institute, transferring to Tennessee Tech University, NHS, Presidential Scholarship, and a Worth Family Scholarship. Tyler Barron, York Institute, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Honor Roll, Dean's List, high school, top 10%. Next, we have mechatronics cohorts, and that's all cohorts. Gregory Greenwald, Lenore City High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential Scholarship. John Tennell, Lenore City High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, Presidential and Hope Scholarship. Ron Rowland, Lenore City High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, President's List, summa cum laude. Richard Thomas, Lenore City High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, summa cum laude, Presidential and Hope Scholarship, Dean and President's List. Brady Rogers, Lenore City High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech via Pellissippi State, summa cum laude, President's List, and Dean's List, Presidential Scholarship. John Terry, Lenore City High School, transferring to Tennessee Tech, President's and Dean's List, summa cum laude, Presidential and Hope Scholarships. Nevaeh Farmer, Rockwood High School, transferring to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, Orange and White Scholarship. Okay, would the audience please join me in congratulating the class of 2025. As you saw, we have many students who are graduating not only at the top of their high school class, but at the top here at Roane State. Many of our students were recognized at awards night. On behalf of Roane State, to all of you, thank you for your partnership with us. Parents and families, thank you for trusting us with your students. We know how intimidating it can be to drop off your child at 15 years old to enroll as a full-time college student. I mean, they don't even have a driver's license, right? Many parents stayed in their cars while their child was in class, and we see that. Thank you for trusting us with your precious children. This event and the middle college program in general could not have been done without the following individuals. And please stand when I call your name. Trisha McClure. She was here. Did she leave? She's in the back probably hurting students. Oh, she's right there! Trisha! Jonathan Schoolcraft. Jonathan has been here for a little less than a month, and he has just hit the ground running as director of middle college, and I am so glad he is here. And I'd also like to thank Dr. Diane Moore back here because I think without her, I mean, many times me and her were up till 2 in the morning emailing back and forth, trying to make sure that these middle college students were all taken care of. And so thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. And I mean, there's so many people that I could list out, 100 names. There's so many people who just continue to work with middle college and to help students here. And so I cannot thank you all enough. I mean, I see Pam and Joreen back there. I mean, there's so many people, faculty, and I see everybody, and I see you. Thank you. We will have group pictures taken in the lobby. Wait, Sandy, where is she? Is she here? She's already gone. So after this, we are going to take group pictures. So all of you, group, you're going to take a group picture outside. Sandy Roberts has a little station out there. She's going to take you all. And then what we're going to do is, after you take your group photo, Jonathan and I are going to take you over to the gym, and we're going to show you where your commencement ceremony will take place. So here's just a little bit on commencement, just in case some families need to know what's going on here. So your commencement ceremony will be this Saturday, May 10th at 10 a.m. Graduates, yes, graduates, you need to arrive at the Van Student Center or the Student Lounge this Saturday at 9 a.m. to check in, get ready, and line up. There is no rehearsal, so that's it. They're going to give you everything that you need to know when you check in. Am I missing anything, folks, back here?
If our audience members, I know you want to hug their necks, and there's going to be time for that, but so we can take the picture first, would you let the middle college graduates out first so we can do the photo first thing, and then you can follow them out if that's okay? Thank you.
And with that, this concludes the courting ceremony. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening.